Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. I hope you are all doing really well. So in today's video, I'm gonna do a what's on my iPhone. I'm pretty nosy myself, so I'm excited to film this video for you guys. I'm not gonna waste any time and we're just gonna hop on into it. So this is my phone. I have the iPhone 11 Pro. Love this phone so much. I looked up the details of this phone before I started filming because I couldn't remember, but I did get it in the gold color and it is 256 gigabytes. Let me see if I could take this case off real fast. I haven't taken off the case since I bought the phone, to be honest. Okay, there we go. So here is the gold. It is just like this really pretty matte gold. I absolutely love it. I think it's just like so beautiful. So I ended up buying this case to go with it when I bought the phone originally. When the iPhone 11 Pro came out last September. I got this case for it. It is the Apple brand silicone case in the color Alaskan blue. I thought it just looked really pretty with the gold. And honestly, the condition is like perfect. It's held up so well and there's no like ripping or the silicone like peeling off or anything like that. So that's pretty impressive. It's held up pretty well. But like I said, I upgraded to this phone last September-ish. Before that, I actually had the iPhone 8 Plus. So this was like a pretty big upgrade for me. I mean, I didn't have Apple ID before, and obviously the camera had a big upgrade too, and this is the same screen size as the iPhone 8 Plus, so it was nice to get kind of like a smaller phone again because it's just easier for carrying around in smaller purses, and I don't know, I just feel like it fits my hand better as well. So let me start screen recording and let me move over a little bit to the side because I'm gonna put my screen up right here for you guys. Okay, so this is my lock screen. The background is a picture I took when I was in Los Angeles. That's right, I was in Malibu. I was on the beach just like driving back from somewhere, and we pulled over and took like a few pictures on the beach at sunset. It was gorgeous. So that's what this picture is. I love it so much. It just like brings back so many like happy memories, you know? So once you unlock the screen, this is like my main page, and then I have some apps over here as well. And then to the left, I gotta be honest, I don't even know like what this page is called, but it just shows, you know, some quick app suggestions, news, screen time, etc. I don't honestly mess around with this too much, but it is funny to see like your screen time of how much you use your phone every single day. And every once in a while check out the news here as well. But that's pretty much that page, and you can customize this page as well towards the bottom there. So this is my main page. This is like all of the apps that I use on a daily basis is right here. It doesn't look super organized, but to me, it is organized. It's kind of like an organized mess, you know what I mean? So like these are mostly the apps that I use, and on this page are the apps that I kind of like tucked into folders and such like that. So starting at like the very bottom, I have just like my phone, I have iMessage, like my text messages, I have my email, and then I have the Safari browser. Those I use all the time. So I think that that's just like the standard that came with the phone, and I haven't adjusted that because those are what I want right there for a daily basis. And then also like the apps that I use the most are kind of like on the perimeter. So it's just like easy to click like with one hand, and I don't have to like reach across the phone, if that makes any sense. That's just the way I like to have it set up. Kind of weird, I know. So at the top, I have like my maps, that's Apple Maps, and then I have Google Maps right next to it. Google Maps, my boyfriend Juan likes more, so I end up just having both on my phone just in case. And weirdly enough, like Maps and Google Maps, they're not identical. Like some show things that the others doesn't. Tell me why. So I just have both up just in case. So next to that, I have my photos. Does anybody else have this many photos on their phone? I have 16,000 photos. I desperately want to clean off my phone and kind of like start from scratch in a way. I want to get a lot off of it. That seems like definitely a quarantine project. We'll see if I end up like getting around to doing something like that. My calendar is right next to it. I don't use this all that much. like I don't create appointments in it from my phone. If anything, I create it on my iMac, and then if like I have appointments and stuff, and then it reminds me on my phone, but I don't go in and create any events or something like that. But I obviously like to keep it there to know like what date it is and such. After that, we have my clock. So I have just all these are random alarms set on a daily basis. I'm sure you're curious why I have 2 at 9 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday as well. This is because this is like pre-quarantine. I would wake up at a different time on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday than I would on Thursday and Friday. And since being in quarantine, I've kind of just did the lazy way and changed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to match Thursday and Friday. But yeah, so that's kind of funny. Other than that, like I obviously use this for like the stopwatch and the timer as well. Settings, we have camera, we have weather. So weather, we obviously have like my location, but I also list a ton of other locations. Sometimes I just sit here and daydream like I'm traveling and oh my god, if I was in Palm Springs, it would be 90 degrees right now and I would be getting a tan. Or if I'm planning like an upcoming trip or something like that, I like to put the weather in here to kind of like pre-plan and look ahead. But I also, weirdly enough, use this to look at times of other locations too. I don't use like the clock for that. I actually just use the weather for it. So like for instance, my boyfriend is from Argentina, Buenos Aires, and so I look at this sometimes like when he's traveling or if we talk to like his parents and such like that. Reminders and notes, I use these two religiously. Reminders just for like daily tasks, like to-do list stuff. Notes, I keep this totally organized. I have a lot of different folders and I go back and forth on using this on my Mac and on my iPhone. So I love that it syncs so that I can like any changes to certain folders or certain notes will be like fully updated, you know? So I do this to like plan out like my YouTube videos, to do like my to-do list as well, and other notes that I kind of want to, you know, remember and have. Pinterest, God, I love Pinterest. I get so much like inspo from here, but also I'm starting to like plan out kind of like decor and stuff for this condo and the house that we're going to be moving into soon. So I just kind of like to look at Pinterest for inspiration and such. So love Pinterest. Next up is YouTube. Obviously, I love to watch all my YouTube videos and all my subscriptions and such there. I watch YouTube sometimes on my phone, but mostly I watch it on my computer or on my TV. But I like to look there as well. Lululemon, I'm a huge fan of Lululemon, so yes, that's on my main page just to like look at new releases or anything like that. Headspace is a good app for like just meditating or trying to de-stress and relax. I absolutely love it. I was in a routine of using Headspace like every single day, but I haven't been for the last few weeks, but it's definitely a great app to use. Nordstrom, again, obsessed with Nordstrom like I am with Lululemon. So I love to look on here and just like add stuff to like my wish list and everything like that. But with all like this quarantine, everything has been like sold out. And I'm trying this like, I'm not gonna say not shopping, but I'm trying to not be like as impulsive. So I haven't been going on Nordstrom as much lately. Okay, so Amazon Chime, I'm not gonna go into detail too much about. As you know, I am an Amazon employee. Amazon Chime is pretty much like an instant messenger to talk with people on my team or external to my team as well, but it's just a way to communicate with one another. SLU Transit is another like Amazon type app. I do take a shuttle into the office, and that's where like I reserve my seat on the shuttle for every single day at certain times, and like my ticket's in there, and then I scan my ticket when I hop on the shuttle and stuff like that. LA Fitness, that is my gym. I haven't been going to the gym because obviously it's closed in quarantine, but this is the app that I would pop open and has like my ID to scan to enter the gym. Spotify, cannot get enough of Spotify. I've been trying to check out today's top hits. I haven't looked at this in a hot minute. Sometimes it like sucks, like the top hits, and sometimes it's really good. I haven't created like my own playlist in a hot minute, but I used to do that. Right now I kind of just go to like my like songs and play in order from like the last added, because that ends up being like my top songs that I want to listen to and such. But good old Spotify. Instagram is the next app. Here's my page and my Instagram handle if you wanted to follow me. Yeah, I'm definitely on Instagram a lot, looking at Instagram stories and just kind of like scrolling through. I don't post on here as much as I want to, honestly, but I'm trying to like be better about it, posting to my stories or to like my feed as well. But I definitely have some like good inspo in here for outfits and such. Next up is like the first folder. It's the editing folder. I don't have like a better name for it, but this is just where I edit photos. So for the most part in here that I'll mention, I'll use Facetune, VSCO, Lightroom, Snapseed, and Retouch the most. Lightroom and then VSCO primarily. Snapseed I use a little bit. There is a selection tool in there, so if for instance I want to lighten a background of a photo, then I can just like select the background and then it would lighten it, so I really like that. Retouch is, I primarily use it for, say I have something in a background like an outlet cover or something that is just totally ruining the photo, I'll just crop that out of it. So that's what I use that for, but primarily VSCO and Lightroom are the apps that I use the most. I really don't touch the other ones. Facetune, yeah, I'll touch if I need to change, like the color of my floors are like come off a little bit yellow, so I try to like lighten that in some of my OOTD photos and such. And then of course, if I have like a huge zit that I want to get off my face, I don't need to remember that for the rest of my life in a photo. I will remove that as well. Social management is the next folder. That's a very poor name, but I couldn't think of anything better for it. But this is pretty much just where I hold more just like social management type things. So the first app, is that how you pronounce it? That is just where you kind of organize your feed for your Instagram. So it just kind of like, you know, checks the flow of it and make sure like the position of that photo just like makes sense for your feed. It's just kind of fun to like plan that out in advance and see how your feed's gonna look before you end up posting the photo, or if you have a few photos planned. A reward style is kind of like the behind the scene app for where I create like my affiliate links for like my outfits and such. So that's where like I will save links or create URLs and stuff like that. Shop Style Collective, I don't really use that at all. Yeah, I don't think I've opened that up in a long time. Unfold and Storylux, they're pretty much the same thing. You just create like little collages and stuff for your stories, or sometimes I use it outside of stories for other things that I want to create as well. So love those. Layout I don't use too often, but if you need to create like a collage for Instagram or wherever, you can do that there. Fonto, that's a good app to use when you need to create like a thumbnail for like YouTube or stuff like that. Or I guess you could do it for creating other photos too. And then the YouTube Studio, this is just where I look at the performance of like my videos and stuff like that, like behind the scenes for YouTube. So that app is essential to me. Next up is the LiketoKNOW.it app. So this is different from a reward style, in that this is where, for other people that I follow on LiketoKNOW.it, I have like their pictures and their links to things. Yeah, I just love this app and getting inspiration from here as well. I'll hop over to my account, but so I am Carissa Renee, the same handle as my Instagram. So if you want to follow me here, I do update it pretty regularly to show all of the outfits that I'm wearing and where everything is from. So next up is WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is a text message app. It's so funny. So like before I met my boyfriend, I had no idea what WhatsApp was or anything, because I just use the message app, because primarily, I don't know, if in the US, I just feel like everyone just used the messaging app. But WhatsApp is actually really popular globally, which was my surprise years and years ago. But I primarily just use WhatsApp to chat with my boyfriend, or if I'm traveling internationally as well, I'll use WhatsApp for that reason. But for the most part, all of like my family and friends just use messaging, like normal messaging. So I usually just have that app to chat with like my boyfriend. Going to the second page, this is just a bunch of folders. If there's anything that I need to search, I don't go into these folders. I just do the drop down and I search for it, or usually it gives like my top suggested apps right here as well, so I'll click on those. So for the most part, I don't really go into these folders all that much, but I'll quickly go through them and show you just obviously all of the apps that I have. So Apple, pretty self-explanatory. This is just all of Apple's apps. I never go into here. I never really use any of them. Maybe the Apple Store and the App Store, but I don't even go into music or anything like that. Wallet, obviously I use that. And then podcasts, I do use this. I have a few podcasts that I absolutely love. I love Him and Her, the Skinny Confidential Him and Her. It's so good, especially the episodes that has Ed Milet on it. So because of that, I got introduced to Ed Milet and I subscribe to his podcast as well. So those are kind of my top ones. I have a few others on here as well, but I haven't listed them as much as I've listened to the other two podcasts. Outside of Apple, I have entertainment. So this is just a mix of like games and other entertainment type apps. Shazam, I love it. If there's just like a song that like I'm out and about and I'm like at a restaurant, or I don't know, playing on the radio, wherever you hear a song and you're like, oh my god, I love that song, I need to know who sings it, you just Shazam it and then it tells you within like 5 seconds what the song is. It's so awesome. And then I usually like go in my Spotify and try to find it and save it that way. NFL app, that just tracks the NFL, like when the NFL is on, and just like the schedule, the scores, the rankings and stuff like that. I'm a big NFL person. Classic, I think that's like a Bejeweled. I haven't used that in a long time. Boomerang, I didn't even know I had that as an app in here. Duolingo, I've been trying to teach myself Spanish. My boyfriend, like I mentioned, he's from Argentina and he speaks Spanish fluently, and so I was trying to teach myself a little bit of Spanish. I am terrible at sticking to this. It's actually really hard to stick to it, but this is kind of like where I'm at. I've completed some of these like 5 times or such, but I haven't gotten very far, so safe to say I'm not very fluent in Spanish after all of these years being together. Amazon Alexa, that's just the app for all of like my, I shouldn't say her name, all of those devices around my house. Nike Run Club, if you end up going running outside, this is a great app for it. NBA is the same as the NFL app, and Best Fiends is another game. I was so obsessed with this game at one point, but I haven't played this in so long. I don't even know where I'm at. It looks like, yeah, I have to like connect or something because I haven't been in this in a long time. Anyways, and the second page is just another bunch of games that I haven't touched in years. I don't know why, I'm just not really into playing games on my phone anymore. I need like a new game to be obsessed with. I miss those days. Like, you guys, I was so obsessed with like Sims or Farmville or like all of those things. I feel like that's dating me a little bit. But I used to be so obsessed with those types of games. So if there's anything other than Animal Crossing, because I need to go buy a Nintendo and stuff for that, if there's any other game that's just like the shit, let me know. I really want to play it. My next folder is shopping related. Yes, I love all of my shopping. So the first app is Poshmark. This is like my closet. I have tons of things for sale in here, so if you ever want to shop my closet, hit me up. My handle on here is @carburn. Other than that, yeah, I just love to just browse in there. Amazon, duh, need to have the Amazon app. Super easy. Revolve, another good one. Shopbop, Target, Adidas. This one, this used to be ebates and then they renamed themselves, but this is where if you're shopping at like say Lululemon, you could enable it and then you get like a certain, what the percentage changed all the time, but say you get 8% cash back on your total order. So I use that all the time and I get a check every single month with cash back, and I usually get like about $100 back every single month with like my shopping and such. So I'll leave this down below for you guys as well if you guys already don't know it, but it's a really good way to shop and get money back. Zillow, Redfin, that's just for those days that you're just curious about the housing market and you just want to look at what's around you. It's fun to like look at real estate if I'm not the only one. If I slide over, I have other apps that I don't use too much. Brilliant Distinctions. This is for when I get lip filler, Botox and stuff. You get like cash back based off of the usage of that, so that's tracked there. MindBody I don't use too much, but this is where you make appointments to go to certain like fitness classes, salons and stuff like that. OfferUp is just like a third-party thing to sell some of your goods and just like meet up with people like in your area. Haven't been selling anything lately. Next up, health. This just keeps track of other like health type apps. So we have Fitbit, which I haven't used in a very long time. I used to own a Fitbit, but I still have the app, it looks like. My Water just tracks like your daily water intake. My FitnessPal, that was another app. I used to track my calorie intake. This was years ago. So I would track everything there and it would be like a diary of what you ate that day. But man, that takes a lot of work. Calm is like another app like Headspace. And then 23andMe, this was something that I did like over a year ago. And it was so fun to see like your ancestry and like what you're comprised of. It was like really fun to see. I just bought my mom one for Christmas and I don't know if she has started it or not, but anyways, love that. Social and Stream folder. This just keeps track of different social media type things and streaming services. So I have LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok. TikTok, you guys, I've been more and more obsessed with. I don't post anything really myself, but I'm an avid viewer. I love to just watch other people's TikToks. Blind, this is an interesting app. This is what I know of it. I don't know what else you can do with it, but if you work at a tech company like Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook, Google, like whatever, and you have questions or if you want to view other people's questions, you are on there anonymously and you can post questions and be honest about, you know, your situation, whatever it may be. If you're interested in like compensation or a certain team's view, or if you want to vent about whatever situation you're in, people do it on Blind. So it's very interesting to see like an inside scoop of a company without, you know, it being associated with your name, which is kind of cool. Snapchat, you guys, I haven't gone on Snapchat in years. Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu, YouTube TV, Apple TV, all great ones. I don't use this all that much on my phone. To be honest, it's mostly on my computer or on my TV that I access those apps. Utilities is another folder. This just keeps track of like different house utilities or financial stuff. Liberty Mutual, that's like my car insurance and such. And we have Chase and Mint to track financial stuff. Sprint, my cell phone provider. Venmo, great app. If you owe someone money or someone owes you money, it's just a really quick way to like send each other money. Life-changing, so easy. PSC, that's just my electricity. Dropbox, iRobot, I have a little Roomba. So if I need to change her schedule, I change it right in this app, which is just really cool because if I'm out and about and I'm like, shit, I forgot to vacuum my house, then I can just press clean and she goes, and then you have obviously your schedule as well, which is really cool to see. Travel, this is just like, well, has Alaska, Delta for looking at different flights. Those are the two main like airplane companies that I love to use. One Bus Away is just for my local public transit. So it just looks at different routes and stuff. If I was to take public transit, like a bus. National Enterprise, that's if I wanted to rent a car while I'm traveling. I'm a Lyft user, I'm not an Uber user, so that's the app there. And then on the back is just like a bunch of other random apps for travel, like Airbnb, Kayak, and so forth. And then the last category is movies and food. Oh, the best category, am I right? So Postmates, good app, just like deliver food to your door from wherever. Same with Prime Now, love Prime Now, so it's Amazon related, right? And I haven't been using it lately because quarantine, like all the delivery times are sold out all the time. I had groceries and stuff delivered to me within like a couple of hours if I was lazy and didn't want to go grocery shopping. Chipotle, oh, Chipotle is like my favorite. This, I don't order from it too much, but you do keep track of your rewards, and I've earned several free entrees. And Yelp, of course, Panera, Pagliacci's, Amazon Go. So Amazon Go, if you guys don't have one in your area, Amazon Go is a app that you use. You open it up like a little scan code, and then when you go into an Amazon Go store, you just scan your code to enter, and you just pick things up off of the shelves and you walk out the store. You don't need to go to a cashier or anything like that. It's actually really quick. I think I usually spend like 15 seconds or less in a store to get like my lunch or whatever I need, but it's so easy and the best concept ever. They have like thousands of cameras in there to track everybody's single move of like, if you pick something up from the shelf, you look at it, you put it back. Obviously it won't charge you for that. You know what I mean? But it's like really cool how it just kind of tracks you throughout the whole store, and then it only charges you with the things that you left the store with. So kind of a cool concept. And on the back, we just have DoorDash, which is like another Postmates. And then Evergreens. Evergreens is like a restaurant here for salads. So another like rewards program and stuff. And then Home Chef and HelloFresh. I used to do this. It's like those food delivery services where, what is it? They give you like all of the ingredients and the recipes, and then you make it yourself at home. So I used to do that too, but I definitely don't anymore. But yeah, that pretty much sums up everything on my phone. Hopefully that was like a fun sneak peek into seeing all the good things on my phone. Hopefully it was fun and interesting for you as well. But anyways, yep, that is it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in a couple days in my next video. Bye guys, love you.